Hey guys, welcome to episode 14 of Wickedly Weird with Jerry and Amanda. I'm Jerry.
I'm Amanda.
Amanda, I have got a doozy of a story
I
for
knew
you
you were
this
going to
week.
say doozy. I'm so glad you said it. You said doozy. Okay. Let's do it.
Well, let's make a little small talk first because you get all upset when I don't make small talk, even though we said that we were going to do it at the end of the show. But how was your week?
It was good. I witnessed cat murder yesterday.
Cat murder.
Cat murder. I was walking my dog and I heard the howls of a cat being murdered. That's what happened. There was a cat murder afoot, and I don't know what animal got it, but I witnessed it and I heard it, and I had a bad dream about it. That's how
So you
ingrained
didn't
it is in
actually
my head.
see this murder
Well,
take
I
place.
saw it with my ears.
Okay. So you heard
Hmm.
a cat.
I saw it and heard a cat. I
You
didn't see, but
heard
I
you heard a cat make a noise and you made the assumption
it was getting
that it
murdered.
was
I
murdered.
That was a murder sound.
You would not be a very good witness in a court case because everything was hearsay and assumption.
Well, whatever. Listen, I know what I heard. I think the wolf man got it that lives behind the house. I'm not really sure.
Or the zombie that you got walking around.
Like you don't know, okay? I am right dab nab center of the Bridgewater Triangle, baby. So
This is true.
I do have
All
some
right,
news to share.
go ahead, share the news.
Actually, I can't share the news. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. I love how you just bait us and then give us
Well, you're
nothing.
gonna have to stay tuned. You don't know what the news is. I gotta confirm before I even say anything on the air.
Okay. So we won't know by the end of this episode then.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
You'll know. I'll tell you after. I forgot to tell you that.
All right. Amanda, this is the story of Michelle Hadley and Angela Diaz. And I've got a feeling that you may have heard this. This is a fairly recent story, like within the last 6,
Was
7
this
years.
was this the woman that murdered that chick at Lululemon?
No, no.
I don't. I'm getting their names mixed up.
There's
Okay.
actually no murder involved in this case at all.
Oh, all right.
Spoiler alert. All right, so let's
Great.
go to June 2016. 29
Okay.
year old Michelle Hadley. She's arriving back home after meeting some friends for a good time. And to her surprise, she was met by a team of police officers who had been waiting for her outside her house.
What for her? Like to arrest?
Yes, she was being
Mm-mm-mm.
arrested because she had been threatening another woman by the name of Angela Diaz. Now, here's the problem. Michelle, at least to her claims, did not know an Angela Diaz. Let's learn a little bit about Michelle and then we'll move on to Angela a little bit later. As I said, she was 29 years old. She grew up as the oldest daughter of her parents in California, and she was raised a very strict in a very strict conservative home, I guess I should say. She had a really close relationship with her parents. And all throughout high school and college, she was known as a kind and polite person.
Those are the
It doesn't
ones
sound
you
like,
need to watch out for.
yeah, so I say initially it doesn't sound like the type of person that you would be getting
Mm-mm-mm.
arrested
Yeah,
for
but
threatening another
those
woman.
people have demons. You don't know.
She was also known for being an outspoken or a straightforward person with whatever she had to say. So she's kind of like you. She just says whatever's on her mind.
Gotta
She
take
don't
it
hold
out.
back,
Nah.
even if it's
Hold
lies
on.
about cats being murdered.
You shut up. I heard what I heard, okay? And it was traumatizing. Me and the dog were like, what the hell?
You
Yeah,
know,
we heard it.
I've heard my cat make noises when it saw a raccoon through the window that you would have thought it was being killed. So it doesn't necessarily mean something bad was happening.
I don't know, man. I heard what I heard.
In 2008, Michelle got married to a longtime boyfriend, but she divorced 4 years later. Wasn't what she
Uh-oh.
thought it was going to be.
Mm-mm-mm. Most of the time it's not.
In 2013, she met and fell in love with a gentleman by the name of Ian Diaz, who she met through a dating site.
Uh-oh.
Now, his last name is Diaz. Does that sound familiar at all?
No.
Okay. At the beginning of the story, I told you the woman that she was
Oh,
arrested for
sorry.
was Angela
The
Diaz.
Diaz. Oh no! Love triangle. Love these.
All right. So Ian was 9 years older than Michelle. He was a deputy U.S. Marshal.
Oh.
Michelle at the time was working at a marketing firm. So now we're going to fast forward a little bit to late 2014. They move in with each other. They soon after got married, and everything was about as good as you'd expect a new marriage to be, at least for a while. Ian, though, started to change. He had always given Michelle lots of attention and put her needs first, but he would start to become abusive and demanding. He started
Mm-mm-mm.
asking her to do things that were out of her comfort zone, like wear more revealing clothes.
Like in public?
Just, yes, like all
What
the
a
time.
weirdo.
So Michelle was brought up in a pretty conservative home. And like I said, she was not comfortable with that, but she did it because that's what he wanted her to do. And she felt like she
Absolutely
should.
not. Tell him to wear more revealing clothes.
I've seen him. That's not what you would want. That was just the start of Ian starting to push some boundaries to see how far he could go.
Wait, pause.
Yes.
Is he voluptuous? Like, why wouldn't we want to see him?
He just looks like,
He look like a little ball sack.
yeah. Well, have you seen, you've seen, what's the movie with, uh, Ghostface in it? Scream.
Oh, yeah. I don't. What,
You remember do you remember the little deputy sheriff in it, Doofy?
oh, the little friggin'
David Arquette.
Dewey. His name was like Dewey or something stupid.
Yeah.
That was what he
But they
looked like.
worse, but along that
Oh,
lines. He had that Ichabod Crane kind of big nose, real skinny, goofy, kind of long
he had
face.
curls on the side of his hair and wore pilgrim shoes and a belt and a hat. Yep, that kind. Balls hanging down to his knees. Fine, excellent. Let's do it.
I do not know what his balls were doing. I didn't see that in any of the pictures that I saw, but we
That's a
can make,
shame.
again, you're making assumptions, but we'll go ahead. So then he asks her if she wanted to get her belly button pierced. Again,
Oh,
not something she's comfortable with. She said no, but then she thought about it and did it. Then what?
wait a second. He said, "Get your belly button." Like that's what he could come up with. Get your belly button pierced, like that. Your belly button pierced. That's
I mean, but
risque.
well, then it gets worse though,
It gets
because
worse
yeah, then he asked her to have a threesome.
with the other chick.
No, this was with just
Ah,
somebody random person, but again, she agreed. So she's doing pretty
no.
much
See,
everything he
no,
wants her to do.
absolutely not. If you don't want to do that,
He
there's your
then
sign.
he then asked her to leave her job that she loved at that marketing firm to go get a job at a place that he loved, which was Disneyland. This is where he worked before he became a deputy U.S. Marshal.
What
But
was he? Was he LePew, whatever the hell Gaston's little right hand man name is? Was that who he was?
I don't think so. But the thing of it was, he had plenty of contacts at Disney still, so he could kind of keep an eye on Michelle and kind of keep her under his reins all the time. And she went along with the request.
Mm-mm.
She started to not like the person she was becoming.
Well, she
So,
sounds like a non-Christian woman now at this point. She's got what else does she got past? What else is happening?
so she sits down and she speaks with Ian. And instead of him listening and comforting her and understanding, he became aggressive and he lashed out. Now, around this
Peter.
time, the couple decided, you know what? You know what would make our relationship much better? Let's go buy a condo together. Because that's what you do when your relationship's struggling, is you have kids and buy condos and stuff together.
Mm.
I know
Yep,
plenty
let's
of
get
people that have done that in the past.
it's
It's
not
like they're
great. It's
fighting
not a good
constantly.
time.
Next thing you know, one of them's pregnant. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
I know someone that I know, like guy scammed her. They bought a house together and he filed some false documents and now she's fighting that battle.
Well, funny you should mention that.
Uh-oh, here we go.
All right, so this was in 2015, exactly 2 years after they met. They go and they find this condo that they really loved in downtown Anaheim, California. $470,000. It
Wow.
was more than they could really afford, but they really
Mm-mm.
wanted it.
What?
Now, Ian
I
had
really want a lot of
no,
things. What the fuck?
yeah. Well,
What?
they both wanted it though in this
Yeah,
in
so
this.
what? Me and Matt both want a lot of things, but we're not like, yeah, let's live out of our means, baby.
But Ian had actually no plans, period, on contributing any money towards this condo.
How did I know that was coming? Yep.
When it came time to make the purchase, Ian said, "Look, I'm having a rough patch financially." Which you're married for 2 years at this point. I don't know how she wouldn't, no, I don't know if they're just
No kids
not.
are involved
Looks like
yet, right?
no kids, but it
So then
seems like
how?
they're keeping their finances separate and all that.
Yeah, because he's a scum. You can already tell this is already going to take a turn.
But he was having a rough spot financially, and if she would pay the down payment, then he would
Mhm.
make the future mortgage payments. So
No,
Michelle paid the down payment of
idiot.
$144,000.
Absolutely not. Nope. Sell your
As you
feet,
could
Ethan.
as you could imagine, you said Ethan. His name's Ian.
So I do that a lot, dude. I don't even remember. I just give people
Uh,
names at this point. Whatever.
As you could imagine, things were only going to get worse. Now,
Oh,
Ian
it's gonna
wanted the
get way
condo.
worse.
Ian wanted the condo, even though he had not paid a penny. So one day in the car, they were having a discussion about the condo, and he reached over and slapped Michelle.
Right in the face.
He did, right in the face.
Damn
Michelle wrote an email to her sister explaining everything that had been happening, but she never sent it for whatever reason. So 2 months later, by the end of the summer, Michelle left the condo, left Ian in there, and she
Goodbye,
went to stay with
Ian.
her parents.
You know what? Pause. I don't know a nice Ian. Anytime I hear a story about an Ian, it's not great. I don't think I have good Ian stories. Let's add it to the list. All right, let's go.
I know an Ian who's pretty nice.
I don't know any Ians that are nice.
So she moves in with her parents, right? But
Yeah.
she's still paying the mortgage because Ian has now refused to pay the mortgages, and it's in both of their names. And she
Ugh.
doesn't want her credit to get screwed up. Now she's really pissed off at this point.
How
She
much
had
were those
left.
mortgage payments, though?
I can't imagine. Well, 300,000 because that she had paid about $140,000 down. So 300,000, I'm sure it was 5-6% interest rate. It was probably on 30 years. So probably, $1,000 or so, 1,100-1,200 bucks, something like that. I don't know what all the taxes and
Saying it
insurance are
like
in
it's no big
California,
deal. A
but
couple bucks, 1,200
no, what
bucks.
I'm saying, but in today's world, three
That's
hundred
like,
thousand is a fairly average mortgage. It's hard to find a house for
mm,
300,000 these days, or under
can't
three
even
hundred
do that.
thousand.
Normally it's got a hole in the roof and it's falling apart with that
Right.
that price.
So that's basically what I was getting at.
They got a mansion. Okay, let's go.
So it's like I said, she's ticked off. She left a great paying job to take a job that's making less money at
Ugh.
Disney. Her husband has pretty much stuck her with the payments while he's living there. So you know what? She was going to calmly email Ian about the payment, and he ignored her emails, he ignored her phone calls, and he
Ugh.
ignored her texts.
Great.
So she confronted him directly. And she told, he basically told her, look, I don't have any plans on paying any payments on this house. I'm just going to live here for free.
No, you're not.
So
Mm-mm.
then Michelle sent a strongly worded email to Ian, who
Fuck
then
you,
got pissed
Ian.
off because that, and he filed a restraining order against her.
Oh my God.
The cops didn't really give him any sympathy at all,
Well,
as
no.
you might imagine.
Why would he?
And
He shouldn't.
this guy's a U.S. deputy marshal.
Is he
He's
though, or is he a
working.
pretend one?
No, he was. He was a deputy U.S. marshal, and he's basically scamming this girl, and then not wanting to make any payment. Who's going to have sympathy for
I
him?
would roast the fuck out of him. I'd be like, "You got a snake in your boot," making all kinds of Toy Story jokes.
Well, eventually, the both of the parties, they hired property lawyers. When it was all said and done, the judge sided with Michelle, and
Good.
ordered Ian to pay the rest of the mortgage, but she
Good.
was out the down payment that she had made.
That's lame.
If he didn't keep paying the mortgage, there would be additional penalties. Well, it took about a year for all this to get settled, and Ian was absolutely furious, because he's got to make payments and stuff.
Be an adult, yeah.
What a loser. By
Big
2016,
old
the two
loser.
were legally separated. Now, Michelle seemed to be moving on, but Ian was still extremely bitter about the situation. He starts to use dating apps again, because I remember that's how he met Michelle.
He's a scammer. He's a freaking.
Well,
He's a
that's
con
when he
artist.
met Angela Connell.
Dun, dun, dun.
Angela was 30 years old. She was from Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm.
And when Ian met her in January of 2016, they both felt an instant spark.
Of course,
Ian proposed to Angela, and they moved into that condo together.
Great.
By May, Angela was pregnant with twins.
Get the hell out of here.
She's pregnant with twins in that condo in May. Ian seemed to be ecstatic with the direction that his life was taken. But that would quickly change because of an anonymous email. Amanda, I'll tell you about that right after this quick sponsor break.
Okie doke.
All right. So, Amanda, Angela received a threatening email that said in the subject line, "You're not the right person for Ian." Angela felt like that this could have been from her ex before she met Ian, a man named Jason Rayburn. Their relationship did not end well, so she quickly thought of him when she got this email. But when Angela split up with him, she broke off all contact, and she couldn't figure out how he would have known about Ian if they didn't have any contact with each other.
Right.
It just didn't add up to her. Well, one day, Ian brought up the topic of the condo while he was talking to Angela. That's when Angela realized that the email could have actually been sent by Ian's ex.
But why would she do that?
I don't know. Soon, Angela started to receive more emails from 6 different email accounts. All of these emails basically said the same thing, but they were worded slightly different. Angela was curious who was sending these emails, so she responded to one of them and just simply asked, "Who are you?" And she got a response. The sender claimed to be Michelle Hadley.
But why would she do that? Yucky. She got rid of some trash. Why would she want it back?
Some people just stay jealous.
Absolutely not. Goodbye.
Of course, Angela told her to stop sending these emails, but they didn't stop coming. The next emails, I guess they kind of made her feel threatened to the point where she was worried for her life. Angela filed a restraining order against Michelle on June 1st, 2016. And in the statement to police, Angela said that she was scared to even leave her home. She was fearful of being either attacked or possibly even killed. Well, the courts immediately granted the restraining order.
But wait,
that was the day that Michelle was arrested.
But they have no proof that it was actually her. Like, did they trace an IP address or something? Okay, I suppose you're going to get to that next. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, Amanda, you're so smart. And I know you know these things. Go along for the ride.
I'm sorry, my buckle came a little loose.
So now we're back kind of where we started. Okay. So there was an arrest that was made, but Michelle went with the police without incident. During the questioning, she was asked if she knew Angela and about the emails and the threats. She said she had absolutely no clue who Angela was. She had not sent any threatening emails to anyone. She did tell the officers that she may have been set up because she had received a Google alert a week earlier that her email address had been shut down. On that same day, she received a Microsoft alert that her primary email was being used as the recovery email for a bunch of other email addresses.
Wait, pause. Look at me. Look at me in my eye. Blink twice if it was Ethan pulling shenanigans. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So impatient.
Okay, I'm sorry. The thoughts are spinning in my head. They have to come out or I'm going to get itchy.
She made it a point that day to contact the Anaheim Police Department to report the matter. She believed that her ex-husband may have been trying to impersonate her, but no one at the police department would listen to her. They felt that Michelle was lying about the whole incident. So now Michelle was served with this restraining order. The case was about to get really weird, though, because Angela started to get even more emails. Obviously, Michelle was released after this, after they, served her, didn't keep her after it. That's not typically how they do. So Angela starts to get these emails again. These, though, were in response to a Craigslist ad, an ad that she said she never posted. The ad said that Angela had a fantasy of being, we're going to say, sexually taken against her will.
Ew, what the fuck?
Because you're not supposed to use that other word.
I just say SA.
Angela was shocked to find out that someone had opened an account in her name and made this post. Whoever it was had her exact details, including her phone and address of the condo. Even the breed of dog that she had.
Oh, why is there a dog in play? All right. Okay, keep that gross. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that dog would have been listed in the Craigslist ad.
I can only imagine. All right.
The only other person who would have known the condo address would have been Ian or Michelle. Now she's really terrified to leave the house because all kinds of Craigslist freaks knew exactly where she was living. So on June 24, 2016, a few days after the Craigslist ad, Angela was attacked. Her neck was bruised and her clothing had been ripped. Her head had been slammed against the wall. Angela was able, though, to break loose. She called 911. When Angela was asked if she recognized the person who assaulted her, she said that it was Michelle Hadley.
Get out of here.
The police properly arrested Michelle. I said properly. I should have said promptly. Police promptly arrested Michelle. I'm assuming they properly arrested her too. I'm assuming.
Yeah, they did all the right things. Hopefully.
Her bail was set at $10,000, and her parents quickly bailed her out of jail. Once she was out, Angela started to receive harassing emails again. Emails that came from Michelle's personal email address. On July 13th, Angela contacted 911 again. This time because she saw a man strangely just kind of standing outside the condo. When police get there, they talk to the unknown man. He said that he was responding to a sexually explicit Craigslist ad in the name of Angela Diaz. The police actually searched for the origin of the account, and it led straight to Michelle once again. July 14th, Michelle was arrested once again. Her bail this time was set at $1 million.
Shit. Her butt was listed at $1 million. That's a nice butt.
On Craigslist.
Ooh.
Her parents couldn't afford that kind of money, so Michelle was now stuck in jail.
That's what you get.
Michelle's parents hired an attorney, and while Michelle was in jail, the emails and the ads stopped. 3 months later, she's in jail for 3 months now. Everything seemed to be peaceful. There had been no further incidents, and during that same time, Michelle's parents were trying to find out who had access to her accounts. They looked everywhere from school records to hospital records, and that's where they found some helpful information. You see, Michelle had been spending some time in the hospital Matter of fact, it was in June, and the day she went in the hospital was the first day that the emails were sent to Angela.
Mm.
Their thoughts were, how could she have sent these emails
Wait,
when
pause.
she was in the hospital?
Pause. Blink twice. Was it
I am
Angela?
not.
Was it what's her face's ex? It was him, wasn't it? I solved the case. Go ahead, let's hear it.
I'm not blinking anything for you.
I
You're
wish you
just gonna have to
would.
deal with it.
I
That's the
can't.
whole fun. That's the fun of these episodes of you
I
not
know, but
knowing.
now I'm impatient. I need to know right
Well, I mean, so let's break that down. I send emails and stuff from the hospital all the time. I don't know what her medical condition was on that first day. If she was unconscious or in surgery where she didn't have access to a phone or any of this. I mean, this was just like 16, 18. So 2016. So people had access to phones and most hospitals have Wi-Fi. So that part doesn't really hold up to me. Just because I think she could still send emails from the hospital.
Yeah, true.
Now, if she was in jail where she didn't have access to a phone, it'd be different.
Okay.
All right. So her father also downloaded a bunch of software to help track IP addresses of the emails. Obviously, these were encrypted, so the IP address would make a world of difference on finding out where they were sent from. Then Michelle's parents got a very surprising phone call. Michelle was getting bailed out. Who the hell did they know that had $1 million to bail her out? Now, are you ready for this?
Who was it?
Ian bailed her out on September 30th, 2016.
What the fuck? Why? This is nuts.
Michelle and her family were in disbelief. First of all, how did he get the cash to be able to bail her out? Which I don't think you need $1 million on bail listed. So sometimes they'll say whatever, but usually it's like a 10% or something like that.
Yeah, but that's a lot of money. Like, who has that laying around? Not me.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
But even more importantly, why would Ian bail her out? He hated her.
Supposedly.
There must be more to this story. So the family wanted the answers to the question, and Ian pretty much gave them what they wanted. I'm craving a baked potato right now.
That's weird. You need iron. Go on.
I know it's random, but anyway.
I love baked potatoes with some sour cream and the chives. Okay.
Ian said that Angela had framed Michelle for sending those threatening emails. I know, but you also said that to him. You also said her ex.
Yeah, but you weren't giving me
everybody we talked about.
Yeah, but I was trying to make connections. Okay, so keep going.
That's the whole point of writing a good story, is to not give you indications. Don't you watch Dateline?
No, I don't fucking watch Dateline. I'm watching Jerry Polly right now, not telling me what I need to know. Let's go.
Apparently, she had been sending emails to herself via proxy email addresses that she made using Michelle's name.
That's so
Angela went further by posting the Craigslist ad herself. On the 24th of June, when she reported that she was attacked by Michelle, remember that?
Yeah.
Angela had inflicted the injuries on herself.
What a weirdo. What?
Ian had actually found the security camera footage to prove it. Ian said that this wasn't the only thing that Angela had lied about.
Oh,
trust me, there's still plenty more to this story.
She's not pregnant, right? That's going to probably be one of them. Psycho.
In fact, she had a history of making things up. Angela had been lying since the day that they met. She even lied about her pregnancy.
Knew it. What a weirdo. Keep going.
She had bought a sonogram of twins off of Etsy for $7.50.
What the fuck? You can do that. That's not nice.
She even bought a positive pregnancy test to back up the lie.
Gross.
But the question is, why? Why would Angela want to ruin Michelle's life? I mean, theoretically, she's got what she wants. She's and Michelle's out of the picture. Why would that be the case? Well, that goes back to 2015 when Ian and Angela first met. Ian would often talk about Michelle and the condo incident. This is when Angela started kind of digging around into Michelle's past, and she learned that Michelle came from a good and wealthy background. She saw Michelle as a jackpot, if you will. Ian, on the other hand, wanted revenge for the whole condo situation. So the two of them hatched a plan to bring Michelle down.
I told you it was him. I knew it. I knew it.
Ian provided Angela with Michelle's email addresses, and the two of them set out to frame Michelle to get her arrested. To conceal this plan, Angela and Ian created email addresses to which they could talk to each other, because, that much is much better than talking to each other in person at the condo where nobody can see it. Idiots.
Yeah. What the? Okay, whatever. This is very Scooby-Doo. What is happening right now?
So then they created the 6 emails in Michelle's name, which caused the Google alert.
Yep.
When Angela could only get a restraining order and not an arrest on Michelle, she turned it up a notch with the Craigslist ad. Ian was unaware of any of this. He was aware of the first part. He wanted to get her arrested with the emails just to be a ha-ha. Okay. But
what the fuck? That's so messed up.
It is. But this whole doing the Craigslist ads and faking an attack and all that, this was not something he was even aware of. So after the confession, the police obtained a search warrant for all of Angela's devices, and they found out that all of Ian's accusations were true. 21 threatening emails, most of which were sent from the condo. Others were sent from Arizona, and at the time, Angela was actually visiting her dad in Arizona. So that matched up. This caused police to look into Angela's background a little bit. And guess what? This wasn't exactly the first time that she had done something like this. Remember her ex, Jason, that we talked about earlier? Well, in 2013, she did something similar while dating him. Jason Rayburn was a state trooper from California.
Ooh, she's got a thing for the police force.
She told him that she was an attorney and she was diagnosed with cervical cancer.
Oh my God.
As time went on, things didn't really seem to add up to Jason. Jason started doing some digging on his own, and he found out that Angela had faked the cervical cancer situation, and she lied about being an attorney. This is when he broke up with her. On January 6, 2019, 3 years after the truth came out, Angela was arrested, and Michelle's name was literally cleared at that point. Remember, she spent 80 some days in jail.
That's fucking horrible.
Angela pleaded guilty to 10 felonies, including false imprisonment and perjury, and she was received a 5-year prison term.
That's it? 5 years?
That's it. Michelle, who spent 80 days in jail for something that she had nothing to do with, she had to drop her classes that she was taking to try to get an MBA, and she lost her job. She didn't like the job anyway. Michelle did end up getting her MBA, and now she works in a marketing firm for a cosmetic company and lives in New York. She's doing very well for herself.
Good.
Ian divorced Angela, and he sold the condo for $500,000. Sounds like a good deal for him. But in 2021, he was charged with a number of crimes, and he was charged with a 5-year sentence.
But what? What else did he do?
Well, because he was conspiring.
Oh, he conspired with, then they got him. They said, get your ass to jail, Ian.
Right. And I don't know. If I was Michelle, I probably would have sued the police department because
she asked them.
Yes, when she went in and said that she had some suspicious activity, if they would have looked into that at the time, none of the rest of this would have happened. So
that's so messed up. That's so fucked up.
If this was 1997, when the internet wasn't as popular, and I could understand them not realizing. But in 2016, there or 15,
That's
whichever it
just
was, I think
pure
2016.
laziness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was no need to not be able to check into that.
They were like, it's
It's
a lover's quarrel. What is that word? Quarrel. It was
quarrel.
lovers quarrel. Get out of my office.
Oh, Amanda,
What?
that's the story, but I've got something I need to add because we forgot the last week and the week before. On the next episode, we will draw a winner for the Hillbilly Horror Stories prize pack for the reviews that people had sent. We had a
Okay.
bunch of great reviews, and I don't want people to think we forgot, even though we forgot.
A little, not too much.
But we are gonna draw that, and we'll do it live on the air.
Okay.
I say that, but it's taped. But we'll do it taped on the
air. They don't know this. It's actually what? October 25th. We haven't even hit friggin'.
I know it.
Oh my God.
But I think this is gonna be our longest episode, I think.
That
was a long
Look
story.
at us go. Whoop whoop. Well, that was a good story, but I figured it out. Kind of.
Oh well, yeah, but if you guess everybody in the story, yeah,
no,
you're gonna figure it out.
I was like, ooh, wait. But whatever. I slightly figured it out.
You named everything. You named everything but Michelle's parents.
No,
and I'm sure
parents were innocent bystanders. They had to pay money. Oh God, they lost money too. Oh wow.
Well, they wouldn't lose money because she didn't go to court. The only time you lose your bail money is if they go to court.
Gotcha.
But they paid attorneys, and I mean, I don't think this woman had to pay her court cost or anything.
Oh, good, because that guy was a scum. It's like karma came for him. They said, "Come here, baby. Come, know me better."
You have anything else to contribute before we get off the air?
I don't know. It's really been a weird week. No, I don't think I do.
We took Lily to Florida.
I saw.
It was her first trip in the car for any real length of time other than when we picked her up. And we've been to like around town and stuff, but
yeah,
this was the first day was a 9-hour drive. Ugh. And every time we would hit a bump in the road, any kind of noise,
go flying.
She would start barking.
Oh, no.
Anytime she heard an ambulance, anytime she heard a fire truck, police officer. And you know how many bumps you hit on the road? Like literally every 20 seconds.
No, that would drive me mental. Oh no.
She only really did it the first day, a little bit the second day, and
like
then
a squeaky toy. She's so little.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a deep bark now, though.
Does she?
Yeah. Ew. Yeah. It's a full grown bark. And she just turned 6 months old, so she's
okay.
6 months is pretty old for a puppy. I mean, you can start feeding them adult dog food and all that at that point. So
yeah. Look at that. Well, nope. I don't really. It's just, I told you about the cat murder. Not much on Zombie Boy. Not much on Wolfman. I don't know. I did nothing.
Okay. I just thought maybe you'd have more to contribute. You were so excited to talk at the beginning of the show.
Because you told me to. You said, what do you have? And then I was like, I have to share something, but also I can't. Oh, wait. Yeah. You know what? I do have a complaint. I have a gripe. I went pumpkin picking, okay? Like a week and a half ago.
Okay.
You know them some bitches, they're already dead. Gone. Like one exploded on my kitchen table. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got one. My son grows pumpkins, and I picked one up from him like literally a month ago.
And I put
it in the garage, and then 2 weeks ago I put it outside. And yeah, it still looks like the day we got it.
Nope. These are flat. Nothing. I'm like, I wonder if like it had a disease or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get new pumpkins and do a little pumpkin cabin again.
I hate going to pumpkin patches and getting pumpkins. I like the idea of going to pumpkin patches. I love all the atmosphere and all that. But they charge you so much for the damn pumpkins at those places.
Yeah, because they're like, come support my farm. And you're like, okay, fine, I don't mind that. But then they start like upcharging for stuff.
Well, I mean, not only that, we got pumpkins there one year. I got 3 pumpkins, and they weren't very big because the girls were picking them out and they were little. So they picked out average size pumpkins. And I think for 3 pumpkins, it was something like $32. And I'm like, that's like $10 a pumpkin. I can get a bigger pumpkin at Walmart for $4.88.
Yeah.
So
that's wild.
I tell them next time they can just go pick them, but then they got to put them back down. It's like catch and release with fish.
Yeah.
Catch and release with the pumpkins.
Put them back.
Yeah. Pick out one you like, then we'll go find one similar at Walmart.
Yeah, because I'm not paying $32 for 3 pumpkins. Get out of here.
So, all right. Well, I guess that wraps it up for us this week.
Yes, it does. I will see you on the flippity dippity, sir.
Yes, sir, ma'am. Ma'am, sir.
Ma'am, sir, guy. All right. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of Wickedly Weird. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Amanda.
Amanda, I would jump right into the story, but you tend to get aggravated when I do that. So tell me how your week was.
Pump your brakes. I do not get aggravated. I'm just like, oh, I don't really know which direction we're going today. But how was my week? It was all right. We did some trick-or-treating last night. Let's see what else, I froze to death. Oh, and someone else witnessed the man in the woods.
Is the man in the woods isn't the zombie though, right?
No.
It's somebody
Zombie
different.
man's a different guy. I showed you how we walked last time, remember?
Yep, I saw that.
You're not looking at me now. You're not looking at me now.
I was trying. I'm sorry, but nobody else can see you. So what's it matter if I'm looking at you?
It matters. So someone else saw the homeless bum in the woods. So I'm not crazy. He is real.
Well, I believe you.
And my lips are tingly. I think I have a B12 deficiency. But moving forward, go ahead.
You've spent too much time on the internet. That's what happens.
I did. I spent a real long time yesterday Googling that. Not gonna lie.
All right, Amanda, today we're going to discuss a police officer by the name of Charles Joseph Glenowitz.
That doesn't even sound
G.I.
real.
Joe.
I don't know this story. I actually do not know the G.I. Joe story.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Hey, before we get off of here today, we're going to draw for our prize pack.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and I have a special guest today, too.
Oh, do you now?
I do. You met her. She's just like me, but younger. She's but the young blood. Yes.
Yes, she is identical to you. The alien mask and all.
That's right. Alien mask and all.
All right. So let's talk about G.I. Joe. He was a lieutenant with the Fox Lake Police Department in Fox Lake, Illinois. He was approximately 1 month from retirement when he would be found dead in the woods.
Mada. Is that what this is?
We'll see.
Oh.
So here's what we know happened on that day.
Okay.
On September 1st, 2015 at 7:52 a.m., Glenowitz radio dispatch that he was pursuing 3 men, 2 white, 1 black, at an abandoned cement plant in Fox Lake.
Oh, this is going to be gross, isn't it?
It's not. At 8:09 a.m., Fox Lake police officers responding to his request for backup discovered his deceased body in a wooden marsh about 50 yards from his vehicle. According to reports, the first bullet from his 40 caliber semi-automatic handgun had struck his cell phone and his bulletproof vest.
Oh,
shit. The second pierced his upper chest, which appeared to be the bullet that killed him.
But wait a second. Isn't a bulletproof chest a bulletproof chest, obviously, but like a bulletproof vest? Isn't that supposed to like stop that? I don't understand.
Well, it doesn't cover your entire chest because, it only goes so far up your neck. So I'm guessing the other one was where the vest actually wasn't.
Oh, that's horrible.
They said his head was scraped and bruised.
Oh.
The swampy area, other than that, was pretty much undisturbed.
It was definitely meta.
His handgun was found not more than 3 yards from his body. And the
Mm.
funny thing was, it took him an hour to find it. It was right there by his body. It took him an hour. I don't know
Out of
if
here
it's just
was
because of the terrain or how it was or
yeah, but if
what
it
the
was right
situation.
next to him, how does that happen?
I don't know. Other pieces of his police equipment, including his radio, his taser, and pepper spray, were all found scattered nearby as well. Amanda, a massive manhunt was launched for the three male suspects. The manhunt involved more than 400 law enforcement officers on foot, in vehicle, in a helicopter, and horseback. They even were operating drones.
Oh wow.
Federal agencies such as the ATF and the FBI were also called in to help out. Now, on September 2nd, a 30-year-old woman named Kristen Kiefer of Vernon Hills, Illinois, she told police that while she was pulled over on the side of the road, three men, two white, one black, came out of a cornfield and tried to steal her car. She
Obviously, they
promptly
didn't
fled on
succeed.
foot.
Oh, she
Well,
fled on
she
foot.
fled on foot, so
Oh, I would
probably
have run
so.
them over. Why didn't you just run them over?
Nearly 100 state and local enforcement authorities set up roadblocks and searched for the men.
Mm.
11 police canine units joined in on the search.
Wow.
Three more air units came on board, and they were at the site from 9:30 p.m. that evening till Wednesday at 2:30 a.m. So what, about 5 hours or so?
Yeah.
The search took officers through the dense Volo Bog State National Area after canines mistakenly tracked a deer.
A deer?
Yep, they were tracking a deer instead.
How does
Then our
that
lady,
happen?
I don't know.
Like, do we smell like deer?
I mean, I don't know what you smell like, but I
I
tend to
smell like
think I
cheap
smell.
perfume I bought from Below Five. So,
So that lady that said that her
oh, it's
car was
Five
stolen,
Below. Oh my God! Wait, pause. It's Five
I,
Below.
I knew what you were. What did you say? Five what?
Below five. I said Five Below. No, Below Five. I said Below
Yeah,
Five. It's the wish version of Five Below. Okay.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. All right. All right.
The lady who said her car was stolen, Kiefer, she would later admit to making up the entire story about the three men trying to carjack her.
Wait, she made it up?
She made that part up. So
Oh,
she was arrested
Samantha.
and charged with 2 counts of disorderly conduct and falsifying a police report.
For fibbing.
In May of 2017, she basically said that she was guilty. She took a plea agreement and was put on probation and ordered to
Wait.
pay $20,000 in restitution.
Pause.
Yes.
Pause. Could she have gone to jail?
Yes.
Like, so for fibbing that, well, I guess that's in isn't that like, what is that? Interrupting an investigation, whatever that is.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that could be that, but at the same time, look at all the police officers that set up the roadblocks and everything. That was time wasted and
Oh,
resources
yep.
wasted.
Oh, that's true. Yep. Whoa, what an idiot. Okay.
Officer G.I. Joe was buried with full honors with an 18-mile funeral procession in
Wow.
tow.
18 miles?
Yeah. The town
Wow.
mourned the death of a local hero.
Mm-mm.
But
Oh,
did they really?
are we gonna ruin it? Yep, we're gonna ruin it. Let's go.
I'll explain what I mean right after this quick sponsor break. All right, Amanda. The FBI investigated the death, and they soon realized that his personal life was in all kinds of a shitstorm.
I knew it. I had a
His,
feeling.
his personal file alluded to several acts of misconduct. There was also a lot of talk on his Facebook page about an upcoming audit that had him really scared. Now,
He put that
meanwhile,
on Facebook?
well, I think other stuff. We're going to get into a little more detail
Oh,
about
people
that.
are so dumb. Okay.
I think other people were putting stuff on his Facebook is what it boiled down to.
Oh, you probably know though. Okay, here we go.
Meanwhile, his cell phone recovered that he basically
No.
had been lingering around the scene of his death for at least a half hour before he called for backup. To top that off, forensic evidence showed that the 2 shots that hit him in the chest came from a surprisingly close distance.
He did it himself?
Maybe an arm's length away.
Dun, dun, dun.
It didn't take police long or the feds to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Gliniewicz had been embezzling money out of a police youth program for years.
Oh, that's maniacal. What?
Well, you got the British accent going today.
Dude, I've been doing it all day long. I have been British all day long. I don't know why.
Well, the audit that he was afraid of was about to reveal all of this. So he tried to hire a gang member to kill a local official that was about to expose him.
What? Why?
When that fell through, Gliniewicz, who had a lot of experience in staging crime scenes, decided to commit suicide in a way that would look like he was killed by a criminal scumbag.
His name doesn't sound real. One of it.
Ironically, that's how the people of Fox Lake remembered him, as a criminal scumbag.
Oh, ouch.
In a matter of days, he went from hero to villain.
Hero to zero. Now,
after all this news came out, numerous organizations that had raised or donated money to his family demanded that it all be returned.
Well, as one should.
Oh, sorry.
You have me hanging on a fucking. I'm on a cliffhanger right now. What the hell was that?
The Washington, D.C. based Law Enforcement Memorial Fund said that his name would no longer be added to the marble monument that has the names of fallen officers on it.
Oh, wow.
So, but it looks like, Amanda, the whole family is corrupt. On January 27, 2016, his wife, Melody, was indicted on 4 counts of dispersing charitable funds without authority and for personal benefit. She was also charged with 2 counts of money laundering.
Get out.
On February 2nd, 2016.
I mean, that wasn't that long ago.
No. Authorities seized 5 bank accounts believed to have been derived for embezzling funds.
Oh, wow.
She later pleaded guilty and accepted a plea deal. She got 2 years probation in April of 2022. It was just last year.
That's wild to think. Damn.
Their son DJ was also under investigation.
How old is he?
I don't know. He was an adult though.
Oh, all right. So it wasn't like some 6-year-old like
no,
dolls and shit. Okay.
No, that was the last story. So after they had found a bunch of texts where he had talked about between him and his dad about loans and how somebody could evade discovery, so they couldn't find out about all this stuff.
You gotta love the internet and search history.
That case was closed when they couldn't prove that his son had prior knowledge that the money from the father had actually been embezzled. So there's your story of a hero to zero in a matter of a couple of days.
I don't understand why people are so dumb. Like, why?
People are dumb.
What did he get out of that? Like,
who, the son or the dad?
The dad. Like, I don't.
Well, I know that the dad got $650 that he used for a flight somewhere. And then at another time, he had $2,200 that he got to loan somebody so they could buy a car or something. And that was just a couple instances I saw. But apparently they had 5 different bank accounts with a bunch of money in it.
See,
and this guy looks like a criminal.
Do you have a picture of him?
Well, yeah, I don't have it like handy, but
why?
I mean, he definitely looks like somebody that would be.
Why don't you have it handy? I need to put faces to these terrible people.
Well, then keep talking or put your hot friend or something on and I'll look it up.
Wow. That's beautiful.
What?
Nothing.
I didn't say that you weren't hot.
No, I don't care if you did or you didn't. All right. I've gotten rusty in my old age. I found a gray hair the other day. I said, oh,
Let's see. Keep talking. We can't have dead air.
oh, I didn't. I sorry, I forgot what we were doing. Okay, so question.
Yes.
I have a question. Can I actually make a request?
You can try.
Because I'm not allowed to know the story. So can you find something in the mid to early 1900s about like something wild? Because olden day crime's a lot funnier than modern day crime.
We did that story on Rattlesnake James. That was in that
Yeah,
time.
Rattlesnake James. Yeah, but we need like so is mine every day.
So tell me what else about this week.
What else
I know
about
you
this
got
week?
stories galore.
Let's see. Oh, ooh, I won. Ooh, I won. Me and my friends won the Halloween contest. You want to know what I dressed up as?
Can't wait. I'm sure
Guess.
this is going to be something. And you didn't send me any pictures. I'm surprised.
I'm doing that right now. No, it's because it was Halloween yesterday. That's why. So I didn't have time to really like cause chaos. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now. We won. These are the girls that were gonna maybe possibly do that other thing I told you about.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. You and
But
your
no one else does.
secrets.
Stop it. Shh.
That's funny.
Yeah, we were
That's funny.
lumberjacks and we won. We won
Was
four
this like a work
hours.
thing?
Yeah. Yep. We won 4 hours of comp time and 1 hour. And I won. Well, did you win? Yeah, me and Angelique both won 1 hour of comp time for our pumpkin we did. We did a
Goodness.
voodoo. Oh, he does look like a scumbag. Scumbag Jim over here. It's G.I. Joe.
You did a voodoo pumpkin?
Yeah, I'll show you that too.
I'm sure the people at home are just loving this conversation we're having.
Well, maybe you can, or I can post them on the internet. Oh, also, side note, I was offended the other day because I wanted to get like, Mars Attacks.
No?
You don't know that movie with Mars Attacks?
Oh, movie. I thought you were talking like somebody's name, Mars Attacks. I'm like, I don't
Mars,
know. I don't know any Marsas.
Mars Mary Attacks DeGrasse. That is a fabulous name. So, anyways, anywho, it was $80 for like this real crappy, like, I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. And I was
The
pissed.
movie?
No, The Mask. Oh my God, get with it.
Okay, so we need to draw for our
Oh yeah,
winners.
let's do it. Is who's gonna win?
Okay, right. I need you to write this down. You got a pen?
No, I don't have a pen. I
Get
have
a
a pen.
pen
Can you
and some
grab me a
paper.
paper?
And I'm going to tell you how many of those reviews we got. And I'm going to have to do a random number thing to see who wins.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. So we've got through 24. And you're going to write down Garf Man is 24. All right. So let me pull up a random number calculator or random number generator, I should say. And I'm going to put in 124.
Wait, Garth, what am I putting down?
That's good enough. It's just so I can keep track on here because I'm out of that screen. All right, you ready? 1 to
Yeah.
24. The 17 is the winner.
17.
So let me go back
Woohoo!
here. Where's Garth at?
Garth, I was
Okay,
right.
Garfman. It was
Garth.
Garfman. So that's 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Greenfire 7047. And actually, I think that's Jackie. I think I know who that is. So I'll send a message and make sure that her, but Greenfire 7047 is who won the prize pack.
Wait, read that number again?
Greenfire 7047.
Okay.
So if that's you and you hear this 4 weeks from now, this will be. But I'll contact her because I think that's Jackie. Hers is something like that. But
Okay.
if that's whoever, just thank you guys and keep the reviews coming in because that really does help us.
It does help us.
As a newer podcast, we need all the help we can get.
Yes.
Well, Amanda, I guess that wraps it up for us for the week.
It's a really short show today, man.
It was,
It's okay.
but it was a really long show last week.
Oh my God, that's right. It was like almost an hour, wasn't it?
Yep.
Look at us go.
So it all equals out.
It does. It's okay. Well, thank you guys.
That's not how you end the show.
Well, I was waiting for you to say thank. Can you say thank you?
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Oh, all right. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 16 of Wickedly Weird with Jerry and Amanda. I'm Jerry.
I'm Amanda.
Amanda, you wanted an older story. Remember last week you said you wanted to dig back?
Back to the 17, 18, 1900s? Yes, sir, I do.
I didn't go back that far, but I
damn
do have an older one for you. This one goes back to October 24th, 1936.
Okay.
But I am
Okay.
working on some that are back in the 17th, 18th century. I think your
A
little dog
good-
back there picking his head up.
Oh, him? Yeah. He's just made a mess on my floor. He's being a real asshole this morning. Well, this evening. There he is, little ear. Look. Oh, sorry. And if you hear heavy breathing, that's just him breathing into the microphone.
I thought maybe that was Matt.
That's him. Yeah, no.
Oh,
See, there he is.
pretty.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's
All right.
13.
Let's go back.
Let's
October
go back in our
24th,
time machine.
1936.
Oh my God.
So
Wait,
check this out.
Pause.
What?
Peabody and Sherman. You're Peabody, right?
I thought, well, Peabody was the dog, right?
Yeah. So we're going in the Wayback Machine. Remember? He had the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I do remember.
And then we're going to the Wayback. All right, let's go, my little picklehead.
All right. An old naked woman with no eyelashes and a ragged cloth around her face wanders into the village of Innery that's in Haiti. The entire town gets worked up into a frenzy.
She's a witch.
No.
Oh.
The woman was old and feeble and obviously had been suffering from some type of an eye disease, which is why she had no eyelashes.
Well, she could have alopecia. Alopecia.
That is why I don't let you make medical diagnosis on the show.
Why? She could have had alopecia. Some people don't have eyebrows or eyelashes or hair with alopecia.
I thought that was the animals that were like llamas.
What? Llamas get alopecia?
No, I thought I thought alopecias were the animals like llamas. No, wait a minute, that's alpacas.
Oh my God. Okay. Alpacas,
So-
alopecia. That's fine. All the same.
I think alopecia was what Julie Andrews sang in what was that, Mary Poppins?
She didn't sing alopecia. She's saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, not alopecia.
Oh, I thought it was super alopecia. So that's not it.
No.
Okay, anyways.
Super alopecia. You're a
So
super
this-
idiot.
All right, we're losing focus.
I'm
this
sorry.
woman, this
Okay.
old feeble woman, wanders into town with a rag over top of her face and no eyelashes. She was said to be stupefied. Her skin was pale and wrinkled, and it looked like the scales on a fish.
She had mermaid disease. Okay, let's go.
She couldn't bear the sunlight. That's why she covered her face up.
Oh
with
my
that
God,
dirty
that's a
rag.
real thing. You know, like vampires. Like it's like vampire syndrome. I'm serious. Look it up.
Well, mass hysteria swept through the village. Crowds started gathering to see this strange woman.
Oh.
People began to ask questions.
Uh-oh.
Now, the biggest issue that most of the village knew this woman,
Uh-oh.
but that really couldn't be because this woman had died years earlier.
Oh, is it one of those like situations where she gets zombified?
You're on the right path.
I
Kind
knew
of.
it.
Kind of. So
Well,
one of the families living near the area was the Mentors. That was their last name.
The
They
Dementors.
noticed that she looked exactly like one of their family members.
Oh,
And from that day on, the villagers began calling her Felicia Felix Mentor. That was the family member that they had buried years before.
oh, she's alive and kicking.
So the Mentors took her to their family home. They fed her and they gave her a comfortable place to relax. And she
Mhm.
remained there for a few days before being taken to a government hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's never good.
No. Oh no, you're a science experiment now, honey. Uh-oh.
A few weeks later, Dr. Lewis P. Mars was sent to investigate the situation. And Dr. Mars worked for the public health department in Haiti.
Hmm.
By this time, though, the story was all over the island.
Like word of
Felix was
mouth,
not,
right? They didn't
yeah,
have like the
Felix,
Enterprise back then. Sorry.
right? Felix was not able to give the doctor any information about her birthday, her name, her birthplace, or where she had previously been,
Oh
or
no.
where she was going. She knew
That's not
nothing.
good.
She couldn't even answer how she got to the hospital. She would have these like occasional outbursts of laughter, but she showed no emotion while doing so.
Oh, that's so creepy. So she was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. But like not breaking eye contact while she did it.
Right.
Oh my God.
All of her answers were unintelligible and irrelevant. So even if they could understand her, it had nothing to do with what they were talking about.
So is it like a case of dementia gone haywire?
We'll get there. You know I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
Can you just blink twice?
We're not doing the blinking thing.
Oh, that's
What if
really
I'd lost
lame.
my eyelashes and eyebrows?
I'd be asking Tracy to draw some on you.
Hey, I saw this little tool that it's like a little eyebrow pencil, but it
Yeah.
has a roller and it draws an eyebrow on you, but it looks like hairs.
Can we do that for you? Can you please buy it and can we do it live or something?
No.
I thought you were gonna say yes.
It was on topic. I don't even know if I could find it again now, but it was just something that popped up
I
in my
bet you
feed. And I thought it was
Timu
cool.
has it. I bet you Timu has it.
I wouldn't even know what to call it in the search bar.
Eyebrow roller honor.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right. So when she did speak about herself, it was in the third person.
Oh.
She also had lost all sense of time. So
Oh my
she
God,
was
she was a time traveler.
she was believed to have been turned into a zombie by somebody called a Bokor,
I knew
which
it.
was a Haitian magician.
I knew it.
She was 5'2" and weighed 90 pounds.
Ooh.
She looked to be around 60 years old, but
Hmm.
with some treatment at the asylum, she was rejuvenated and looked more like 50 after a couple of weeks of some medication and food and water and all that stuff. In 1907, the family attended Felicia's funeral. Remember, this was in the 1930s.
Didn't
Is
they
it too-
take pictures back then of
is it
like
too
their
soo-
dead?
Is it too soon to say bye, Felicia? Did they say that at the funeral?
Maybe a little.
But now she's back amongst the living as far as they were concerned. And now it appears that she has somehow risen from the dead.
Oh,
So there was a
boy.
study done of the woman, and I'll tell you the results right after this quick sponsor break. Amanda, the family first based their belief that this was Felicia because she was lame in one of her legs. Okay. Apparently, Felicia had a bad fracture. And besides the fact that this looked like Felicia, she was also lame in the exact same leg. So it just made sense that it was her. The physical appearance and the lameness, in addition to the deep belief in Haiti that sometimes the dead do come back to life, was all that the Mentors needed to believe that this actually was their Felicia brought back from the dead. Now, the doctor did an x-ray of both legs. And they discovered that there was no fracture. The lameness could just be attributed to muscular weakness due to malnutrition that she had had.
Well, she was
And
90 pounds.
Well, and the proof of that is after a normal diet for 2 weeks, the lameness disappeared. She also gained weight, as you could imagine.
I wonder if I did that, if my lameness would disappear too.
I don't know, you're pretty lame.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Ouch. The burn.
It was later determined that this was not Felicia Felix Mentor.
No way.
Yes. It was more of a case of mass hysteria in a country with strong beliefs of the dead coming back than it was anything based on fact.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of devastating, though, to the family.
But does that mean that zombies don't exist? Not exactly.
Oh.
In 1959, researchers outside of Haiti started to take the topic pretty seriously. That's the year that anthropologist Alfred Matro, he released his landmark book called Voodoo in Haiti. Now, this was a very well-respected man.
I feel like I've heard about this book.
Yeah, it's actually where people started learning about zombies outside of that country and outside of like Africa and stuff like that.
Right.
So the Western countries really didn't know anything about it until his book came out. Now, keep in mind, he was very well respected, not only for his academic works, but he was a big human rights, I guess,
activist.
What do you call him? Advocate.
Advocate.
So it came as a shock when he claimed that these magical practitioners on the island were capable of reanimating human corpses.
Oh my God.
He wrote that people had died and then were buried. The burials were witnessed, but then they were found years later in a state emerging on idiocy, is what he said. He even said that the sophisticated capital of Port-au-Prince in Haiti, that there are a few, even amongst the uneducated, who do not give some credence to the macabre stories.
It's so creepy.
Well, check this story out that he told in his book. He said there was a young woman in a small town. She passed away. Now, before this, she had gotten engaged.
Okay.
This did not make the local voodoo priest very happy.
Because she got engaged.
He also had a thing with her, or he had a thing for her.
Of course he did.
So he was in love with her, and she had rejected his advances.
Oh, no.
Soon after the advances were spurned and she ended up hooking up with the other guy and getting engaged, she got sick. She spent time at the hospital and died.
They killed her. Okay.
Upon her death, her body was given back to the family for burial.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the coffin that they had acquired was a little bit too small, so she had to be kind of bent a little bit.
Oh, gross. I thought they just cut your feet off or something. Isn't that what they did to Abraham Lincoln?
I don't know if that's what happened or not. That could just be an old wives' tale. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't cut Abe's feet off.
I don't know. And they put them on a museum for display. These are Abe's feet.
So also, while they were at the funeral, one of the people that were attending accidentally dropped a lit cigarette into the coffin, and it caused a burn on one of her feet.
What?
What happened?
Why are you smoking a cigarette over someone's coffin, first of all?
Well, things are different in the 30s. And it's probably way different in Haiti in the 30s than it would have even been here.
Fair
so
enough.
About 3 months after the funeral, the family began to get reports that this girl had been seen with the voodoo priest. Obviously, nobody believed her because she was buried. But 3 years later, the young girl showed up on the family's doorstep.
With a burn mark on her foot, right?
She exactly had a crooked neck and the scar on her foot from the cigarette burn.
She had a crooked neck?
Yeah, because where they had their stuffer in the casket.
Ugh. Imagine that.
Supposedly they went and dug up the casket, and the casket was filled with rocks too. So this young lady apparently lived on for a very long time and became an old woman, but she was never the same. They said she was a very dull and a far from being sane, was how they listed it.
That's really kind of sad.
So the question is, why did she show back up? Well, the government in Haiti didn't like the fact that there were so many superstitious and supernatural beliefs on the island. So they would actually run these campaigns against it. And I guess just like the we do with the click it or ticket, you know, to get people to wear their seatbelts.
Yep, you're gonna voodoo and you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, theirs was probably like don't bring back the dead, adopt a dog instead, or something. I don't know what it would have been.
Stop. Adopt a dog instead. Don't do voodoo. Adopt a dog instead.
Well, during one of these campaigns, the voodoo priest actually felt guilty, and he released the spell that he had on all the people that he had enslaved over the years, and that set this woman free. And then she was able to go back to her parents' house. So that's how.
Yeah,
that
but she's
went
got
down.
mush brain.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that there wasn't damage done. It's kind of like Pet Cemetery when you think about
You
it.
don't want to go down that road. You know what I'm talking about.
You know, I always liked the original Pet Cemetery when the little girl, of course, she was a horrible actress. And she brought that picture to, what was his name? The old man's name, Judd or Jed or
thought
whatever,
it was Judd or something. It was
I think it was
weird.
Judd. But she brought that picture of, she said, this is a picture of me engaged. And she's all fake crying. And she said, that's me pushing him in the wagon. And I remember he said, well, I bet he liked that, didn't he?
Yeah, because that's how we talked. I don't want to go down that road.
No, like that, doesn't he?
Yeah. Because I mean, like, was it based out of Maine? Because they kind of talk like that.
Everything
they kind of talk
does
like
is based
that.
out
Yeah,
of Maine.
like they all kind of talk like that. Like, oh my god, I found this TikTok. No, maybe it was on Instagram, and it was this lady who collected shit, and she had she made a fecal people she made out of poop, and she had a clock instead of instead of it being 2:30, it was like 2:30, the turdy clock or something. And she's like, I get so excited when I see turds. I get $5 a pop for these. But she had that accent. And I was like, could you imagine that's what your life is now? It's like you just go around collecting shit and like you're excited about it.
Yeah, I do it every day with Lily, but I'm not excited about it.
Hold on.
And I'm not making any money off of it.
Hold on, you ready? See if you can hear it.
Clock. See, this is the poo-poo clock. And what we did see is we took them turds and we crammed them in between the number there. So that's 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. Now over here, we make fecal people. And depending upon the shape of that middle turds right there, we can do them with big boobs or guts or butts or long legs or short legs. See, because there's no two turds that are ever alike. You ever seen a turd, the two turds alike? No. Get $5 a turd for these things. So I get jumping right up and down. I get excited when I see a turd.
Yeah, I get excited when I see a turd. She said jumping up and down. Come on, I watched that video an unhealthy amount of times. I thought it was fucking hysterical. I was dead. I'm like, why is this so funny? Speaking of dying, I gotta tell you what I did last night by accident. I had a very stressful 2 days. And I was like, I'm gonna hunker down. I'm gonna just take some edibles and just relax. I'm gonna unwind. Well, that went awry real fast. Those edibles, I was like, I'm going to try 35 milligrams when I normally do like 20 milligrams or 25 milligrams. No, not me. 35. On the couch, I ended up living where I went through all the emotions of death, dying, laughter, happiness, all of it. And I said, I told you not to do that. I said, I know that's neither here nor there. I just need snacks. And I literally was like this. I was like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And like that snuck up on me faster than I thought. Because normally, like, I'll drink a cup of tea, I'll get all comfy, and I'm good to go. Like, I'm looking to go to sleep. That was not an option at the time. I'm alive today, but barely. Like, I can't even believe that happened. As you can see, my microphone broke while I was talking to you, so we're just holding on to it. We're hanging on to it.
What did it break from? Oh, did it actually break or did it just come off?
Oh, it like snapped. It snapped somehow.
Oh,
I like adjusted it and it fell off in my hand, which is fine. I don't mind. I don't mind doing this at all. It's fine.
it sounds better like that.
Does it? Hello, it's just me. Hello, darkness, my old friend. No, I'm just kidding. So that happened to me, and I'm alive to tell the tale. And I don't fuck around and find out with edibles when you are not comfortable with milligram dosages.
What's your go-to snack when you're high?
Why do you gotta ask me this? It's like moderately embarrassing, the stuff that I come up with. So it's not like a go-to. It's what can I imagine is gonna taste delicious. Okay. And let's say I see a can of frosting in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, look at that, a can of chocolate frosting. Ooh, what are those? Chocolate chip cookies. And I make frosting cookie sandwiches occasionally when I've got them.
Frosty cookie sandwiches. That's just
It sounds
actually on a certain
so good.
On a certain level, I could see that being good
It was
because
so
they make
good.
they make frosted cookies.
Yeah, but you put it in the middle and it's just like an EL fudge, but with chocolate chip cookies. And then also, and like you can judge all you want, but there are these gluten-free cracker things, and you put cream cheese on it and you sprinkle everything like bagel seasoning on it. Like you can't ask for a better snack. It is so good.
I can
And
see
like,
that being okay.
yeah, and then like I'll also do like a mini charcuterie board where it'll be like grapes and cheese and crackers and salami maybe, or maybe a ham sandwich. I don't know. It really all depends on the level of where I'm at. And then I just get the gigglies and I will giggle for like 20 minutes straight, which then also will get my husband to giggle as well, and it becomes a giggle fest. And then I pass out and go to bed, which is the goal, because I'll stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning if I'm not like, I can't take melatonin. So I've done the melatonin route and it's not for me. I don't like it for me personally. And so like when the pandemic, I was like begging for sleep. I just couldn't sleep. So that's when we started doing the whole edible thing, and it was great. It's worked. I fall asleep. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night and then staying up, because that used to be a big issue of mine. Is I would wake up to pee around like 2:30, then from 2:30 to 5 a.m. when my alarm would go off, I would be awake that whole time.
You mean 2:30?
2:30. That's right. I need to get my poo-poo clock.
I got to tell you this story, and I don't have all the details in front of me. I'll just break it down to you, but it's crazy. So this guy and his girlfriend, who apparently were on the rocks to begin with.
Yep.
The guy inherits supposedly $30 million from a family member that he doesn't know. Okay. Now follow me on this.
Yep.
Apparently he has to meet the attorney that at the airport to sign some paperwork, the guy that was executor of the will.
Okay.
He agrees to go to the airport and meet the guy. The day that they're supposed to go, the guy gets hospitalized and dies.
What?
Yeah, this is a true story. This happened like in September. Well, it turns out that the girlfriend had fed him somehow antifreeze. She killed him wanting to get a portion of that $30 million. Now, this guy's brothers had already said, look, he planned on leaving her. He was getting this money. They felt like maybe it was a scam or something like that they didn't believe that it was real. But the brother's like, no, I'm going to give all you guys X amount of dollars. And
right.
I'm going to go start my own auto shop and all this. The guy was like, I think he was like 52 years old or something.
Jeez.
It was a scam. There was no deal. The attorney never showed up at the airport. I think this guy probably paid him X amount of dollars to, you know how they'll send you something and say, hey, we can release this to you, but we got to have $200 to be able to cover fees or something like that. I think it was one of those scams. So he literally was killed by his girlfriend thinking that he was getting all this money, and in reality, they were both too stupid to realize it was a scam.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's so sad. That's awful. From Kentucky? Kentucky.
No, I can't remember where it was. It wasn't from Kentucky. It was in the
You-
US though.
Imagine that. It's kind of
No.
like that Alanis Morissette song. Ironic.
Ironic.
Isn't it
Yeah, where
ironic?
nothing in the song is ironic.
Yeah, no.
She names a lot of shit off that's like that would suck, but none of it was ironic. So
I love her. She's coming to. I can't wait. I want to go see her. I love her. I
I
think
do
she's
too.
great.
She's Tracy can't stand her, hates her with a passion, and I absolutely love her. It's not a chauvinistic thing, but there's just not a lot of female singers that I really like. You know, I like Joan Jett. I love Alanis Morissette. There's a few others out there, but
Well, because
it's
a lot
like
of it's auto tune too, which drives me nuts. Like I really like Kesha. I really love her, but I love her like regular singing voice, not when she's auto tuning, not when she's blowing up the club. I like she has a song called Rainbow, and it's so pretty, and like it's not. There's no auto tune in it that I can hear, and it's such a good song. She's a good singer on her own without the auto tune. I don't think she needs it.
Well, most of it is I'm just more of an oldies and a rocker kind of guy. So, you know, I like Cher back in the day. I don't like the new stuff that she had.
I
But
don't even
I
listen
like
to her.
Cher back in the day. You know, there was like I said, Joan Jett I really liked. Janis Joplin I liked.
I like
You know,
her.
but that's the kind of voices that I really like. Heart. You know, I like Ann and Nancy Wilson, either one. I can't remember which one sings. I think Ann Wilson's the singer, but I can't remember. But yeah, so I mean, I love those kind of voices, but you know, and country is a different story. I mean, I liked a lot of the, you know, like Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn and Patsy Cline and all that. So
Yeah, you're like my steppapa. He loves all those ladies.
but for the most part, I don't. There's not. If you tell me name the top 30 best singers in rock music, there's probably I'm not going to list a woman in any of the top 30. It's nothing against them. It's just not my preference.
What about Pat Benatar? Is she considered rock though? No, she's
I
more.
would consider her rock, and I like Pat Benatar, but she's not one of my favorites.
I like her.
But
trying to
Alanis Morissette is somebody that I would actually go buy her albums and go see her in concert. So
I love her.
and I've
Yeah.
seen Joan Jett and I've seen Heart. Matter of fact, in the same concert, they were both at the same concert. But
Do you like the chick that does Evanescence? Do you know Amy Lee? Do you like
Amy
her?
Lee,
I like her.
yes,
I like her
yes.
too. My husband actually was on stage with her. He toured with her, and she's little. He said she's tiny, short and little.
Yeah, I think she's like 5 foot tall or something.
Yeah, but I heard she's kind of difficult to work with. But I mean, like, aren't they all? But yeah, Alanis Morissette's really good. Like, and I like that other chick too. The fast car. I can't think of her name off the top of my head right now.
Tracy Chapman, I like her.
her. I like her. But like, see, I don't like country music really. It's all the same shit branded a different way. Like, I just don't like it. It like literally.
She's not. Tracy Chapman's not country though.
No,
Now that-
she's not. But a country singer covered her.
yeah.
Covered that, and I like that cover, yes, but a lot of country music, it's like electric swords through my ears. It burns. I'm like, I can't listen to this.
I can't stand newer country. Once they hit the 90s, other than Garth Brooks, I just some Rascal Flatts a little bit, but
I don't
for the
like
most
them
part.
at all. And Lady Antebellum, like, I don't really care. Like, I just
Nah.
don't. I can't do it.
So I'm with you. Well, I'm sure people have loved to hear us go on about music.
Welcome to the music podcast. You can hear us on Patreon talk about more stuff. All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. It was fun, Amanda. So let's get out of here.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
That's not how we end it.
Bye.